Welcome to your fourth practice along this foundational pathway. We will start in a seat as always with our mental nadi shodhana or alternate nostril breathing. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. Empty all the breath out. Inhale just through the left nostril. Exhale just through the right. In through the right, imagining a smooth flow. And out through the left. In through the left, slowing the breath down. Out through the right. In right. And out left. One more full round. Full attention on the breath. Just turning the attention inside. And when you're finished, you can blink your eyes open. And we'll begin our poses standing at the top of your mat. So we move from pranayama, breathing techniques, to asana, which are the poses that we do. Warm-up video is there if you'd like to do it, because we will go straight into sun salutation A. Take a breath in. Relax your body as you breathe out. Arms reach up. Inhale slow. Bend your knees as you fold forward. Halfway lift, hands to shins, or come on up to your fingertips. And step it back to plank pose as you breathe out. So this is why the wrist warm-ups might be useful beforehand. Take a breath. Lower your knees down and then lower your body forward and down with control. Flatten the feet, lift the heart forward and up, cobra pose. To a downward facing dog, roll over your knees, tuck your toes, and keep the heels lifted and the knees bent. Take one breath in. Steady your gaze on one point, drishti. Lift the heels as you breathe in. Bend your knees, look forward, step or walk to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift, maybe fingertips, maybe hands to shins. Fold forward over soft legs, bend the knees. And press through the feet, rise on up to stand. Inhale. Arms come down by your side. Exhale. We move into sun salutation B, putting everything together. Arms reach up, breathe in. Bend your knees, sit the hips down, chair pose. And breathe out. And take two more breaths here. In and out. Maybe you sit a little bit deeper. One more breath in. And then fold over your bent legs, uttānāsana. Exhale. Halfway lift, hands to shins or fingertips to the floor. Step it back, plank pose, and breathe out. Heels back, crown forward, lift the belly, lower the knees, lower your body, forward and down. Keep the elbows in alongside the body. Flatten the feet, lift the heart forward and up, breathe in. To downward facing dog, roll over the knees, tuck the toes, and take the hips up and back, heels lifted, knees bent. Slide your right leg up towards the sky, take it very slow and controlled, like you're moving through warm honey. Right knee comes in towards the chest. Press the ground away and step the right foot behind the right hand. Warrior one, bring the back heel down and take a nice angle of that back foot, bend the front knee and reach the arms up. Set the gaze on one point, take a breath in. Try to upright the pelvis, lift the frontal hip points and drop the tail down. One more breath in here. Hands come down, lift the back heel, step it back, downward facing dog. Exhale, heels lift, knees bent. Slide your left leg up towards the sky, breathe in. Moving slowly, knee in towards your nose, press the ground away, step the foot behind the left hand, bring the back heel down. Set the feet for warrior one. Lift the belly, reach the arms all the way up. Set your gaze on one point. Focus. Again, inhale. Calm, exhale. One more breath in. Back leg nice and straight. Feel your feet. Hands come down. Lift the back heel and step it back, downward facing dog. Exhale. And take a breath in together. And a calm breath out. Lift the heels as you breathe in. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or walk to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Hands to shins or fingertips down. Fold forward over bent legs. Bend them as much as you need. Then bend the knees a lot. Chair pose. Sit the hips down. It's like you're sitting on a tiny little kindergarten chair. Press the legs to straight. Bring the arms down by your side. Exhale. Tadasana, the mountain. Take a breath in. And a calm breath out. Shift the weight to the left foot. Lift the right knee up in front of you and flex that foot so the toes pull up towards the sky. Use a wall or something to help you balance if you need. Standing pigeon, cross the right ankle just above the left knee, bend the left knee and sit the hips down. So it's this figure 4 shape in the legs. Bring your hands to prayer and pause. Navel is lifting towards the spine. I'm sitting my hips low and I'm spinning my sit bones back and up. A couple things here. When you look down at that right foot, make sure the right toes are pulling up towards the knee. That'll keep the ankle stable and help to keep the knee from twisting. Make sure that outer edge of the ankle is just beyond the line of your left thigh. So I'm not sickling the ankle or resting the foot. I'm resting my lower leg bone across the left leg. And take one more breath in here. Relax the shoulders as you breathe out. Stand all the way up, lift your right knee up in front of you, and then place the right foot down. Just simple. Other side, lift the left knee up in front of you, pause. Flex the foot so the toes pull up towards the left knee, and then I cross my left ankle just beyond the right knee, and I sit my hips down. Pause. Check that those left toes are still pulling up towards the left knee. Left ankle is nice and strong and stable, and it's just beyond the line of the right thigh. I'll spin towards you just so you can see where that foot is. So it's not all the way across here, yeah, and it's not all the way back here so that I'm resting the foot and I'm sickling the ankle. The ankle's just beyond the knee and I'm flexing the foot. Take a breath. Stay for the breath out. Sit down. Press up to stand. Lift the left knee up in front of you and then place the left foot down by the right. And pause. Hands down by your side. Take a breath in. Settle as you breathe out. Reach your arms up as you inhale. Fold forward to exhale. Take a halfway lift to breathe in. Step your right foot back to a nice big lunge, and we'll set the feet for warrior 2. Bring the back heel down, and I'd like you to check that this front heel intersects with the inner arch of the back foot or thereabouts. So remember in warrior 1 that we did last class, the feet were hip width apart. That is not the case here. Here the feet are on the same line through your mat. You'll lunge through the left knee, back leg stays straight, and then windmill the arms up and around. So once you come to upright, whereas for warrior 1, remember my pelvis was pointing forward, my gaze is forward, my chest is forward. For this one, my body is more facing towards the side of the room. My back foot is still on an angle forward. My back hip is still rolling forward a bit. And if I imagine those headlights on my pelvis, they're pointing out about 45 degrees to that top corner of my mat. So I'm not trying to face the side, yeah? I'm not trying to face the front. I'm facing the corner of my mat there. Then my arms spread nice and wide. If I look down at my left thigh, I want the left thigh pointing directly forward. The knee's not rolling in, yeah? I'm widening that knee to the left so that I keep the thigh pointing forward. Take one more breath in here. Strong like a warrior for the breath out. Then straighten the left leg and pause. We'll take it to Trikonasana triangle pose. So notice in this left knee here, it's easy for me to lock out through the knee. I don't want to do that. I'm going to take a little bend through the left knee, so my left thigh is working a little bit, and I'm not going to strain or put tension on the back of the knee. Then I reach my left arm forward, and I'll bring my left hand down to rest just inside my left leg, wherever it lands. Reach the right arm up. Hug the legs together, pick up the belly, support the whole length of the spine here. Widen through the arms. If I had a block, I'd use a block underneath my hand, but failing the block, it's also fine to have your hand resting on the leg as long as the left shin is pushing forward into that left hand. Take one more breath in here. Stay for the breath out. Rise on up to vertical, and then spin your left toes so both feet are facing the side of the room. Bring your hands onto your hips. Turn the toes slightly in, the heels slightly out. Take a breath in, and then soften the knees as you fold forward. This is a wide-legged forward fold. If you need the support of your hands, just bring your hands down to the mat. If you want to keep your hands on your hips, keep them there. Wherever you are, knees are soft, my toes are spread nice and wide, and my feet are really deeply connected to the ground. Take a breath, and a breath out. And let's take a halfway lift. So lift the heart up, and if you took the hands to the ground, bring the hands back to the hips. You'll feel the legs turn on. Push through the feet, come all the way up to stand. Then let's find warrior 2 towards the back of your mat. So spin the right toes to point out. Look down and just check front heel intersecting with the inner arch of the back foot, and my back foot is pointing just slightly forward. Then reach the arms wide, and as you bend the right knee, press that right thigh out towards the right so that the thigh keeps pointing directly forward, the knee is pointing forward. It might have a tendency to roll in, but I want you to work against that and press the right knee out to the right as you push the right shin forward. Then bring your hands onto your hips just to check. If I had headlights on my hips, are they pointing about 45 degrees to the corner of my mat or the corner of the room that you're practicing in? So they're not pointing straight to the side. They're not trying to point forward like warrior 1. They're happily 45 degrees. It's an important detail to understand the difference between Warrior 1, which we did in our Sun Salutation B, and Warrior 2, which we're doing now. Spread the arms wide, turn the gaze forward. Take one more breath in. Calm, steady warrior on the out. Straighten the right leg and pause. Trikonasana, the triangle. Soften the right knee, just so you're not locking out. And then start to reach the right arm forward. Bring the right hand down to rest on the front of the shin, or just the palm to face in and to press against the inside of the leg. If you're on the shin, I'm not weighing the weight of my body down into that leg. I'm pressing the right shin into the hand, lifting my heart up and away from the right hand. Take a slow inhale here. And a steady exhale. One more breath in. Stay for the out. You've got it. Rise on, back up. Spin the right toes in, and then spin the left toes to face forward. Lift the back heel up. Bring both hands down to the ground, and step it backwards, downward facing dog, as you exhale. Slow breath in together. Calm breath out. Okay, lift the heels up as you breathe in. Bend your knees all the way to the ground, and then sit backwards on your heels, see your hips to one side, and bring your legs forward and out in front. Remember how we did a standing pigeon before? Now we'll do a seated pigeon. Set the feet out in front with the knees bent, fingertips behind you. Take a little lean back. Cross the right ankle just above or just below the left knee, like we did standing, and then press through your hands. Stay up on the fingertips and lift the heart up. What we're looking for in the pigeon shapes is a stretch through the outer edge of this right hip, through your glutes here. So if you don't feel it, you want to make things a little more intense. Slide your left foot a little closer towards your bum. Maybe walk your hands in a little bit and lift your chest up towards that right shin. Take a slow breath in and a calm breath out. One more inhale here. And then bend the elbows, take a little lean back, and just switch sides. Land the right foot down. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Bring the right foot in a little closer, and then lift the heart up. 3 breaths, set the gaze on one point. And up. If you still your eyes, the mind tends to be a little bit quieter. One more breath in. And out. Bend the elbows, little lean back. Now stretch both legs out in front of you. Take the hands down by your side. Lift the belly, lift the heart up. Dandasana, the staff. You might be here with the knees bent. That is also totally fine. Lift the belly, lift the crown of the head up, and then reach the arms all the way up as well. Paścimottānāsana, seated forward fold. As you fold at the hips, you might bend the knees here like this. So same principle as when we're in the standing forward fold. If the hamstrings are tight, it's helpful to bend the knees so that we don't take all the strain in the low back. If I have my legs straight but my hamstrings are very tight, it's going to look like this, and there'll be a lot of strain and tension through my low back. I don't want to create that. I want a hamstring stretch, so I bend my knees, I lift my heart, I keep my spine nice and long, and then I fold at the hips rather than bending too much at the spine. A little fold through the spine is okay. You just don't want anything extreme, anything that feels like it's pulling in the low back. Take a slow breath in and a calm breath out. One more inhale here. And exhale. And gently rise on up. Bend the knees. Lie yourself all the way down to take rest. Make sure you're comfortable. Use a blanket if you're cold. The important thing is that you can feel comfortable enough to be still for a few minutes. Please stay in your resting place for as long as you need today. Thank you so much for joining me. Well done on completing class number 4. Final class coming up. I will see you there.